Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 1:30 PM Commissioners Conference. I think, Jessica, we're starting off with a executive session, right? Okay, so we're gonna head right into that. Performance of a public employee time? 15? Okay, so we'll go and take care of that. Thank you.
The board is extending the executive session an additional 15 minutes until 2:00 PM.
The board is extending the executive session for a period of 5 minutes until 2:08. The board is extending the executive session for a period of 5 minutes until 2:13 PM. The board is extending the executive session for a period of 5 minutes until 2:18.
We're back from an executive session. No decisions were made. Jessica, I think you have something else too?
Yes, yesterday I mentioned Offender Services had a request to fill for an electronic monitoring officer. Their officer is resigning effective July 7th. Marin wasn't here at the time, and I think that there were some questions about the actual duties and what this person's responsible for. So Marin is here to talk about that.
Okay. Perfect.
Hello. This position is entitled a programs officer. It sort of morphed over time with budget cuts and eliminating positions in offender services. So this position works the front desk in offender services, takes care of the electronic home monitoring caseload, as well as community service caseload, and gets people signed up and assigned for work crew. It's also cross-trained to assist with the pretrial caseload, as well as back cover for work crew officer days when need be. So she's resigned. She sold her house and is relocating. The house just sold a little bit quicker than she thought. So.
I don't have any further questions. I think that explains it pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to have someone to, you have to have someone to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just okay and to repost. That's what we're asking. Yeah. Okay,
All right, thank you.
good.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mhm. Kathy.
Kathy Funk Baxter, Finance Manager. We received $15,546 from the federal government for the Title III funding. It's related to forest services, and that's for 2023. We also have $2,781 of funds unexpended from 22 that's available as well. And I'm here today to discuss putting out an RFP proposals for those funds to be expended. And traditionally, the funds, the proposals, the instructions from the proposals allow the funds to be used for Firewise community program, to reimburse emergency services performed on federal lands, for training cost and or equipment related to emergency service search and rescue, and finally for carrying out community wildfire protection plans. And last year we only awarded, there was only one award that was made. It was to Fire District number 6. In prior years, we've had additional proposals that were received. So if acceptable, questions?
Question on that, I recall that discussion and I recall it was Fire District 6 and we had number like 7,000 sticks in my mind.
Yeah, 9,900 was available.
And we gave it all
We
we had intended to.
had intent, yes, we issued a contract for the full 9,900, but they only could spend up to that amount and they spent less
Because
last
of the
year.
constraints. And
Yes.
that has a carryover then. So
Yes.
repeat again, we're looking at 15K new money.
15,546 of new money this year and $2,781 of unspent funds from 2022.
Roughly about 18,000 available this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we typically in the past have done an RFP and talked to all the fire districts.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I mean, the obligations that fire districts take on continue to grow all the time. And I'm surprised they weren't able to spend the money, but I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Except
Um,
RFP is good.
Yeah, the awards are typically made late summer and the contracts were that they had to spend the money by September 30th. So they could go backwards and spend it for the entire year, but it's a constraint. That's part of the constraint is the timing of when they can spend the
Yeah.
funds.
So are you suggesting we do
Yes.
something a little sooner this time?
Well, the problem is that you also have a 45-day comment period once I do advertise it. And once the proposals are in, you're really supposed to allow 45 days for public comment on those proposals. So,
So if a RFP went out today, it'd be 90 days from now that anything could be awarded, roughly.
so I've mapped it out for you if acceptable. I would place it on the May 23rd agenda, which is next week, so that we could initiate the advertisement and have a call for proposals. Those would be submitted by June 9th. And then we would have a public hearing on June 20th to present those. And then we would have a 45-day comment period after that, which would mean you have another public hearing on August 8th to actually select the awards. So it is a pretty lengthy period. But I've been reading and doing a little research on this, and we actually can give them a little bit more time than what we've done in the past because you can expend the funds. You have 1 year past the year that you receive the funds to allow them to expend them. So that helps a little bit.
A question, are we obligated to do an RFP? So another way of asking that is if Fire District X is someone that we think can use all the money, can we just say, here, use this money? We remember next year that maybe that we took care of X, and now next year we might have to take care of Z.
It doesn't specifically call that you have to do an open call for proposals. It only mandates that you require a 45-day public comment period for proposals. But traditionally, we've always done an RFP, and then we've had the proposals come in, and then we've allowed 45 days to review those proposals.
So if tomorrow we decided that, I'm partial, okay, let me back up. Other than fire districts, what other possibilities do we have?
Well, these particular funds can only, there's actually 5 purposes they can be spent on. We've traditionally only have done the ones related to fire.
Yeah,
There's a 5th one that says they could also be spent for broadband telecommunications services at local schools or technology and connectivity necessary for students to use in digital learning tools outside of the local schools. But traditionally, you've only, in the last 3 or 4 years, you've only done fire-related
right.
projects.
So, pardon me, I just can't keep it all in my head. So we've got the fire district and the broadband. What are the other 4 or 3?
The other 4 are all related to Firewise community program, to search and rescue emergency services on federal land, training cost and equipment purchases related to emergency services, and then community wildfire protection plans.
Could you repeat the last one?
Community wildfire protection
Hmm.
plans.
Last time, I think we only had 1 respondent to the RFP.
Yes.
And that puzzled me, but then again, it's not a lot of money. That same year earlier, we gave, I don't know if it was a year before, $800,000 amongst all the fire districts, and then yeah, so it may have been that $15,000 wasn't
Yeah.
worth their time.
I have the information for 21. You dispersed, you gave 3 awards. And you had District 6 for 10,000, District 3 for 6,600, and District 2 for 6,600.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is I don't get any sense of real value out of an RFP effort. And I don't know how much it really costs us, but it seems like I would recommend, I'm walking out on a ledge here. I'd recommend that the fire district chiefs just get together and decide what they're going to do with the money. The big fire districts have much more capability than the smaller districts to raise funds and all that. That's why we helped the Poodle, that's Fire District 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we gave them 300,000 or something like that.
I think it was a little less than that, but it was in that neighborhood to
Yeah,
get him equipped there. So what you're kind of thinking is if it's allowable, just to put a note out to the chiefs, say, hey, we have a small pool of money. You guys tell us how you want it dispersed and we'll do that.
or you tell us where you think it would be best
Where you
spent.
be best spent and do that and save
Save all the
staff
hassle.
some time with all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
If that's allowable, Kathy, I don't have a problem with that. If the program allows that and the chiefs get together and make that decision amongst themselves, I would assume they're gonna make the decision where they see the need.
Yeah.
It doesn't specifically spell out in the act that you have to do an RFP. It just says the participating county shall use county funds for use described in the sections that I conveyed after a 45-day public comment that's the part that's critical is there is a 45-day public comment once we have a proposal in hand.
Got it. Okay.
So I would be good if we wanted to draft a letter to them saying we have a X pot of money can be used for these things. We're willing to let you decide amongst yourselves where that could be best utilized.
Yeah, I think that works. And I give them a fairly narrow response time, like 3 weeks or something.
That's what I was proposing.
Yeah, I think that might make it a little easier for you and not go through this whole RFP process for $18,000.
Okay, and I have a list of who I can reach out to, the various entities.
Okay. You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
And we'll still have a presentation of the actual proposals, proposals to be presented to the commissioners. And then we'll start the 45-day comment period after that.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's all I have.
Okay.
Super.
Commissioner Mortensen, did you want to take care of some of these?
I don't know what you're holding up.
This is Mr. Van Tongeren, Ray,
Yeah.
has been on the homeless task force for 2 terms. And he's just applied to be readmitted to it.
I think it's time for new blood. So I'd be negative on that.
Okay. The gal we talked with, was it yesterday? For the Yale Library?
Yeah,
Julie?
Miss Julia Starr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a plus on that.
I'm good with that. So, okay there. And Mr. England, Tony England on Silver Lake Watershed Advisory.
Yeah, I'm a positive on that
I'm
too.
positive with that too. Okay. So 2 out of the 3 and I don't know what, if Dennis has had a chance to see this one, so we'll hold this one, okay? Seeing if we have any. Anything else that you think of?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That was exhausting enough this morning, I thought.
Yeah. That's fine. It was some good discussion.
Yeah,
There,
some
I-
very necessary discussion.
I would, well, one of these days, I'd love to see this place filled. Maybe sometime. Okay, we will conclude business for this afternoon during this meeting. Thank you.
And thank you.